Hey, this is Nolan North, Nathan Drake from Uncharted, and you're listening to Raw Dogs. And why wouldn't you be? It's the best. Sic Parvis Magna.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Raw Dogs. This is actually becoming Raw Dogs 99. Originally, it was going to be Okami, which we already recorded.
Well,
but Balatro became fucking a very pressing issue in everybody's lives.
Yeah, we had to pull the emergency cord.
this fucking sucks. I just, no.
I like that we've been so hot on it in the Discord that... at least two people in there said, like, oh, I'm not getting it. The way you guys talk about it, there's no way I will touch that game.
No. I've been calling Brad and Tyler enablers.
Yeah.
It's a real issue for me.
Yeah.
It's an issue for my wife. Actually, you want to know what? It's not. She can play a round and be done.
That's insane.
And lose, and they just feel okay with it.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
My name is Brad.
My name is Dylan.
And I've been addicted to Balatro for a few weeks. And just kind of nervous about talking, but
my name is
happy
Dylan.
to be here.
Hi, Dylan.
My name is Dylan, and I relapsed today. I had stopped playing for 5 days.
Dude, I
earned my 5-day coin, and now I have to give it back.
The other day, I think that I finally broke my addiction because I was partway through a run, and it was only up 45 minutes past my preferred bedtime.
Oh, sure.
And I said, I don't think I want no part of this shit. That was the first time ever I set it down before finishing a run, I think.
But yeah, I need to at least lose. I can't cut.
And I need to end on a good run.
And Carly was 10 years older, and you somehow had children.
If I need to end on a good run, I'll never go to sleep. So
I need one good run.
And that other wonderful voice we're hearing is the wonderful Julian.
I am Julian. Hello.
Julian,
thanks for having me back.
Welcome back. What was the last episode you were on?
Xbox
Retrospective.
Xbox.
Which I believe is still a Patreon exclusive. So check out patreon.com/hearthedogcast to check out that banger of an episode.
Please do.
And yes.
I'm not even sure I was on that one.
No.
That might have been with when you were on your hiatus for a little bit.
Oh, I had to, yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
But yes, we're a podcast about video games and beer and jokers and pokers. We have a special beer sent to us from Ryan again. We are still drinking the beers that Ryan sent. This one is not the beer I meant to grab, but I already opened and poured it. There's one that's called the Peach Queen, which would have been more appropriate. I grabbed a different beer. We're drinking Watermelon Skies.
The label looks badass.
It's really cool. Whiskey barrel-aged Imperial Watermelon Sour. 10.9%.
Hell yeah.
Oh my God, yeah.
Yep.
This was Tuesday? Hell yeah.
Well, Brad and I don't have to work tomorrow, so.
I mean, I do, but I work from home, so.
That's fine.
Thank you, Ryan. Cheers, boys.
Cheers.
You know, I was talking to him on the Discord last night. Great guy. Not just a beer provider.
Whoa. That is a combination of flavors.
Whoa. It's a watermelon sour with like a big boozy flavor.
Yeah, that's badass though.
That's syrupy and salty. It's really good.
Yeah, the saltiness is what gets me for sure.
It even created a bubble in my throat. I don't know if you could even
Tastes
hear
like
that.
a really boozy candy.
Can I see the label?
Of course, yeah.
I think it's right.
I like it. It's like a warhead.
Yeah. That gets you drunk.
Dude, this is 10.9.
Yeah.
I could get obliterated on this.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah. Yeah, you will. Yes, and like we have mentioned every episode for the past month,
Madam Web.
Madam Web is the topic for today. So we went to go see the new Coen Brothers film, Drive Away Dolls, at the theater.
Ooh.
Very good, very fun.
Okay.
But on the way out there, handing out free Madam Web posters.
Nice.
And Carly's like, for real? I'm like, I'm not going to not take a free Madam Web poster.
Yeah.
And I said, I'll just put it on the table here in the podcast room, and I guarantee it's going to do something for us. And it has.
Oh, yeah.
I have a character. No, I'm sorry. She's real. Her name is Madam Web, and I made her up.
It's an original character.
Would you like to meet her?
That's okay.
Oh, I was in.
Okay, Balatro.
Balatro.
There's no specific way to pronounce it. The creator has said. Some people say Balatro or a few different ways,
Wrong.
but it's actually wrong though, and it is Balatro.
Did they just make it up to sound nice? Kind of like
It's a real word. It's a real word.
What does Balatro mean?
It means a jester.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah.
It's a Latin term for a court jester.
Interesting.
See, I don't even need the outline when you're here, Julian.
Sorry.
Fucking hell.
No, it's
Are you
great.
Italian or my friend?
Yeah.
Oh, perfect. Hey, listen, I'm German.
It was.
I know a lot of bad things.
They were originally going to call it Joker Poker, was what they were considering, but that was already taken.
It also sounds
that
naughty.
also sucks.
It sounds naughty.
Little Joker Poker. It sounds naughty and not as good of a game.
No, facts.
Balatro rolls off the tongue.
Yeah.
Well, it doesn't have to be a good game if it's a naughty game, because either way you might win.
True.
You should win.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, Balatro, I didn't know that it meant court jester at first, and it's like it just feels right.
It does.
Yeah.
It does. I thought that was a nice little, it's like naming the game Joker, basically.
But
right?
in another language, so
Exactly.
it's
So
got-
it's cool.
Yeah.
So it's cool.
As dumb Americans don't even know.
That's right.
We're speaking Latin today. The reason I found out about this game is...
You're not doing it right. That's not how Latin sounds.
The reason I found out about this game was on our Discord on when we post what video games we've been playing on Wednesdays.
Who brought it up?
Julian, you did. You were the first person.
Was
to
I
bring
the
it
first
up.
one?
Yeah.
You brought it up.
Yeah. I was thinking I was, just peak addiction in the moment. I had a friend reach out to me. We like roguelikes and stuff, right? Obviously Hades and all that jazz.
I think everyone in this room is a fan of that specific genre.
And as far as me, it's just Hades and Balatro.
Yeah, right.
But I'm a big fan.
Yeah.
I like Rogue Legacy 2.
Yeah.
Probably a shitload of others. But
That X-Men character Rogue.
yeah. Sugar.
Very good.
That's what she says.
Oh, I thought that was your character. You
Yeah,
were
yeah.
doing. I'm Rogue.
I'm
Sugar.
Rogue, Sugar. Don't let me touch you.
But yeah, one of my friends just hit me up and he's like, yo, I found out about this game. It's super badass.
Dude, it sounds like
This sounds like
talking
a
about someone
dealer.
about a drug. Like
Kind of, right? Just, hey, yeah, I just tried this new shit. It's badass.
It's like weed, but it's legal.
Yeah, no, but he was like, and I was like, I don't know if I want to buy a new game right now. I was like, I'm in the middle of school and shit. So I don't know. He goes, $15. I was like, all right, cha-ching.
Fucking
I was like, $15? Just,
the worst game to get if you're in the middle of school, though.
Yeah.
For real.
Oh boy.
well, I mean, yes and no. It's nice. It's like I'll do like, well, for instance, the other night I got done my homework at 10:30 p.m. My girlfriend just got me a really cool gaming laptop as an early grad present, right?
Whoa.
So I was all right, cool. Like I'm done with my homework. I'm gonna treat myself to playing on my gaming laptop, right? It's like I'm gonna play this new game my buddy told me about.
Got this dope ass new gaming laptop. Let's play the simplest looking game ever.
Dude, that's how it always
Yeah.
goes, right?
Right.
And
I got my new Xbox like Elite controller and I played Vampire Survivors with it. I'm like, dude, it's so nice.
yeah. I think the first thing I fired up after putting a 4070 in my computer was like Stardew Valley. So yeah.
Yeah,
But
the
then I was up
frames.
till like 4 a.m.
Oh fuck.
Just-
I'm so sorry. That
It was just like,
It makes sense.
well, at one point I was just like, I looked at the time, I was like, it's got to be like 2, which is around my usual bedtime. And then I was like, oh man, I was like, I got to be up at 8.
Dude, well, it's just chasing the dragon, dude.
It really is.
Yeah, you just want to get that feeling. Ooh, yeah.
That's right.
the feeling.
Ooh, I got a polychrome supernova right
Ooh,
when I
you
needed
see-
her.
When my girlfriend also saw what I was playing, she's like, what the fuck are you doing?
Well, I think it's worth stating that this game looks kind of like just a little more polished solitaire when
Yeah.
someone from the outside is
Yeah,
looking
yeah.
in on it. I think what's really cool about it is how tricky it is.
Yeah.
But when you see it,
Yes.
like if you're a gamer, if you're
Yep.
well versed in a lot of different games, it has a creepypasta vibe.
It does, yes.
The
bit.
different the way the Jokers talk to you, the CRT screen and the way like the background is
Yeah.
all like trippy.
Yeah.
How did I describe it? An Earthbound battle
Oh,
background.
sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's not a creepypasta game. It's not Inscription. It just has this like Dude, that song, that fucking catchy ass tune.
It's
There's one song for the whole thing.
It's
it
relaxing.
bangs.
And it's
It
so
bangs.
Yeah.
There's going to be remixes of this. till
It's
the
just
day
crazy
we
how
die.
like usually I get sick of like repetitive shit in the background.
Yep.
It kind of like like when someone has like a TikTok on and like
Yeah.
they just keep on playing the sound. It actually like makes me want to like
I wouldn't
strangle
know.
them.
It's tough to find a good loop.
but it's seamless. It's just so well done.
And the little sound effects of
It might literally.
Right?
I can't do it, but
It might literally be the sound of me thinking in my normal everyday life. I'm not kidding.
did you take mushrooms today, Dylan?
No, I did not. I did not.
The sound of me thinking. I know what you mean, though.
But it like
That's
it
also
is,
a thought that I've had on mushrooms.
It's
So I had to-
well, it's contemplation for me. I didn't drink before I came.
That's
here.
that's what the moon sounds like.
Yeah, right?
Oh, it hums. No, I think one of the things that this game does automatically is when you showed it to me. It must have been 2 weeks back.
Yeah, because you were over here and you just saw it on my big screen.
I know.
And you were like, I don't get it.
Here's the thing, though. You see all these numbers. You see multipliers. You see the Joker cards up there. You know what the fuck they do.
I know, but that gets me
watching someone
horny.
play it.
I
Watching
see numbers on cards. I'm like, let's go.
Dude, dude, the math.
Go back to college.
No, dude, I'm a huge math guy. Like,
I'm not a math guy.
I
That's
love
why
statistics,
I'm probably bad.
and that's just always been something like what I love that shit. So when I see multipliers and having to make decisions based on hands play, just like straight up poker stuff.
Yeah.
But then you throw on like trying to calculate plus 40 chips per discard times plus 4 mults for hearts, but I only have this many hearts because I got rid of 2 of them to make spades. And
Love that shit.
yeah, it's almost, I play it like speed chess though.
Oh, sure.
Unless it's like a really critical deck I'm trying to beat.
Oh, yeah.
Otherwise, I'm like, because I changed it to 4 times speed.
Oh, you can change the speed? Oh, I didn't know that.
Yes.
No.
And I put it on 2 times for a while. I was like, okay, this is fast enough. But then when I realized I could get still twice as many runs done in half as much time,
So
4 times speed.
So, Brad, we're talking as insiders right now, and when I saw you playing it that first time, I thought, what the fuck? How am I even going to figure this out? Because, like, if I play it, it's going to take me a long time to figure this out because my brain just does not do the numbers. It
Sure.
doesn't do any of that shit. And playing it on my own, eventually, I got it. Can we get a little bit of a rundown of this game?
Yes. It's a poker-themed roguelike deck-building video game slash Class C drug. This was created by a solo developer and artist from Canada named Local Thunk. I've listened to some of the interviews that they have done, and their real name isn't released. They said it doesn't matter. Plus, privacy is cool.
Yep.
He said he was making this game just for a few friends, and he's like, it was pretty good. And then some people liked it, so I'm like, I'll put it on Steam. Maybe a few people will check it out. And then it was just the demo was up, and some streamers got a hold of it, and the streamers that touched it kept playing it, and then it just started steamrolling. And this is one of those situations, kind of like Hades, where like a demo version of the game was out for quite a while, and then there's the feedback loop.
Well,
and
Hades was early access.
well, early access, like that. But that same process of people getting to make decisions on the game, or like, this Joker would work better this way. I think straight should be worth more as a base multiplier and chips.
Right.
The music we mentioned, Local Thunk spent a long time sifting through freelance musician portfolios before finding Lewis F. Soundtracks. Did a really wonderful job. Took a few back and forth iterations just to get it right. And he took my wacky requirements and knocked it out of the park. Playstack is the publisher. That's the whole team. It's a pretty small group.
Yeah. Love that.
I love this shit. I love when a game like this can blow a AAA developer out of the water.
People are already talking Game of the Year for this, which I wouldn't.
It's going to be on your list.
It'll be one of my favorite games this year.
Yeah.
But it's a different thing.
Like, it doesn't have like a compelling story or like a lot of progression. I mean, it does have progression, I guess,
Well, it's
with the decks.
It's
it's
the
different.
decks, and also once you start chasing unlockables,
Sure.
there are so many jokers that you two haven't seen,
Yeah.
and that I haven't seen.
Yeah.
Because to unlock them has some ridiculous requirements. Discard 5 jacks at the same time, but there's only 4 jacks in your deck.
Well, sure.
Yep.
Yeah.
And discard a royal flush. There's even hands you guys probably haven't played, like what is it, like a 5 of a kind is one of them, but then there's also like a flush house where
I've done that one.
Yeah, the full house plus a flush,
Yeah, I've done a flush house. Yeah.
and then on
I've
top
gotten
of that,
close. I
then
have the
you
ability.
then to get the planet cards, you can also there's special planets like Eris, Ceres, and Planet X that can change the multipliers of those.
Wait, there's different
specific-
planet cards? It goes when you go up in stakes? Do they show,
different planet cards for those specific hand types. So I've seen some people's runs where they're like, I'm just doing a 5 of a kind run. It takes a while to get moving, but once you get it right and get your deck honed in, people just break this game. Where
They do. I noticed that. I'm on the Balatro Reddit.
the numbers turn into letters,
Yeah.
which you know you're fucking up. Then,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
Like something's going on.
I've said it a million times. I feel like this is a game I will chase forever, but once I reach the end of it, it'll be too late. You know what I mean?
I know what you mean, and
I don't. Elaborate.
Well,
Yeah, well, I can say it like this. Let's say I unlock everything.
Sure.
I am going to feel like absolute dog shit at the end of this.
it's like when I get the
It's
final
like coming
trophy.
off of a hangover,
Now I get it.
but a really bad one. Like you took LSD. Like that's what it's
it
going to
don't
feel
give you
like.
a hangover.
Give me a hangover.
LSD?
The come down from LSD is pretty rough, dude.
Okay.
I wouldn't know.
Yeah.
It
Me neither.
literally-
We never.
So literally what happens is it expands your brain. It literally like dehydrates you and
So
your brain
it's-
rubs
it-
against
it-
its
it-
skull.
What? But what's-
I'm not kidding.
No,
No.
It's cool. Ice cream
when you-
scoops
when you-
and eggs and stuff. But
Great.
it reminds me of Tetris. I forget if I was reading Tetris Effect or I was reading one of the like essays written about Tetris. And when the game came out, people would get it on the Game Boy, and certain people would get obsessed, and they couldn't stop. They play 3 weeks straight, and when they beat the final level, it's like whew, all of the weight's gone. All of like, okay,
Yeah.
okay. And after completing the final difficulty on just one of the decks, that I think it was gold level, I forget what it's down here, but after beating that, I immediately had less of an itch,
Oh, sure.
which is a nice thing.
Yeah.
Although you will still see the back of my Switch has.
I was about to say,
print-
I don't know, man. That looks like a problem.
This was from before though, and some of this has been taken care of. It's a list of all of my remaining unlocks.
Can we interview Carly to see if this has been a problem?
Here's her answer: yes, Brad
Yes.
plays it too much.
Oh, okay.
I love him and he's happy, but it's a bad thing.
Yes, which is why I stopped. I have a new puppy, so
Oh, that'll do it.
Local Thunk said that the demo was instrumental, really became the strategy game it is now because of the iterations that were made due to the community helping.
yeah.
Yes, if you were playing it pre-patch, there's a lot of things differently, but game overview. Play poker hands and earn chips to defeat enemy blinds. Enhance your deck and embrace your deck. Embrace your deck of playing cards. Buy jokers to modify each hand you play and discover new and wild synergies to win. Exclamation point. Very exciting.
That is actually a super apt way of putting this.
But
that
also-
kind of puts it right in. Well, it puts it right in the barrel. Like that's what you would shoot out.
It's like trying to describe what music sounds like the first time you're stoned to somebody who's never taken a substance. It's like, dude, it's like so good. It's playing it is a different experience than just reading. It's a roguelike deck builder based on poker. It hits a little different than
It
just that,
does.
though.
It does. Yeah. Because at first, when I read that, I thought of like
We're not a
like-
drug podcast for those that are listening for the first
like
time.
Hearthstone or something like that, right? I think is it Hearthstone?
Hearthstone.
It's like big. I've never
The
played it. but
World
I've
of
seen
Warcraft.
My friends
Yep,
played it a
yeah,
fuck
yeah.
ton.
Yeah,
where it's like you build decks and
yep.
it's kind of like yeah.
But it's all
And-
digital cards. And,
Yeah. And when I heard roguelike deck builder, that's what I thought of right away.
Oh.
And I was like, oh, that's not really gonna be my jam.
You know what you might like? Slay the Spire.
That's what my buddy, the same one who recommended Balatro. He told me Slay the Spire. So I might have to go check that out.
The fact that I didn't know a lot about poker in general.
Sure.
This actually kind of taught me poker.
Okay.
In a sense.
Yeah.
It at
In a
least teaches
sense.
you what all the hands are.
Yeah.
Well, it teaches me what all the hands
And
are.
it
but
teaches
that's
you about the
that's like one of
statistics
biggest
and it
yep.
teaches you about probability.
Yeah.
Of I'm going to discard 8 cards trying to get 1 fucking diamond. I should.
Yeah.
And you usually do, but I don't know. It teaches you about.
Yeah.
It's kind of like the way Guitar Hero teaches you about guitar.
Well, here's the thing.
Sure.
Well, here's the thing. After playing this game, I know for a fact I could walk to a poker table and pretty much understand how it works.
Do you guys have any polychrome jokers available?
right.
That's not what I meant. I know.
I get what you're saying.
I know the difference.
No,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
like the whole game is different.
Yeah, so it's different, but if the hands are the things you're aiming for, that was my biggest hurdle. These are things
Sure.
I never memorized.
But
Yeah,
but the real poker, you have much less opportunities to change hands.
Of course.
Agreed, but I think I know what he's saying.
But you know what I'm saying.
You're getting like a base level where it's like obviously the cadence of Texas Hold'em is a little bit different, right?
Yeah.
But your end goal is still to make that one hand,
Yeah.
right? So like,
Well, it's to beat the other person and know if they're bluffing and know if they have something better than you. I get it, and then it's upping, the pull.
yeah,
This game, actually, Local Thunk says the game that inspired it is a game called Big Two.
okay. Never heard of it.
You play out of your hand.
It was a scratch off.
I believe that they even said it's like 8 or 13 cards, depending on how you're playing it. But you have a bigger selection of cards, and you have to make the best hand out of those.
Interesting.
So it's kind of like you could play competitive poker, Balatro, or something where if everyone just had like 12 cards, and then you had to try and like discard and make the best poker hand after a round. There's like a sort of game,
Yeah.
The issue would be when you add jokers into the mix.
which then it becomes a single player experience.
Well, then it becomes you writing down math problems.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, you'd have to have some super digitized version of this game.
Yeah.
where all the cards were read by a playmat.
If they ever make Balatro 2, make it competitive. Is that a bad pitch?
Like PvP, you mean?
PvP.
There's a game in there.
There is a game. in there.
Yeah.
Tell me it's a bad idea, though.
No.
I can't say
think so.
I can't say that.
No, I can't say it's a bad idea.
Okay.
Yeah, a couple years ago, Local Thunk was inspired by SNKRX and Luck by a Landlord to create a
I
roguelike.
don't know what the fuck that is.
Yeah, that's what he was saying. But yeah,
Sorry, did you say he was Canadian?
Canadian. Yep.
God damn, they're doing it all up there.
Yep. So the basic game, you're going to choose your deck and your difficulty. We can talk about decks in a second, but
Yeah.
you're going to have 8 out of 8 antes, and each ante consists of 3 rounds.
Yep.
3 blinds.
Yep.
There's small blind, big blind, boss blind.
Yeah.
And they get progressively higher scores, and the boss blind will have a number of different modifiers, and we'll get into that as well. But essentially, you beat one ante, small blind, big blind, boss blind, and you do it 7 more times, 8 out of 8, and then if you want to go into endless mode, which always do it, if for no other reason, you might get a card you don't have yet or something.
Right.
You're going to not get much further than that when you do.
Yep. And there's a shop in between every blind.
Shop
Unless you skip the blind.
Yes. The shop is very important. And then, yes, the rounds are actually when you go in and play, you can skip the blinds and then get tags for when you're skipping the blinds.
So it gives you like either like it can be that it guarantees that your next time you go into the shop, as long as you beat the next blind, you can have a guaranteed type of joker.
The reason that he even Local Thunk went with poker, he's like, this doesn't need to be a poker game, but it's got terminology that they like. Instead of
That's what it is. Yeah, because it's not really.
Instead of blinds, you could just call them enemies.
Yeah, because real blinds in poker is just like the minute, like the blind is what the pot that you win.
Because I wouldn't be able to explain the poker versions of those terms probably perfectly.
No, neither would I. That's why I thought it would be beneficial for someone who's maybe never played it. This is one of those games that is super hard to describe until you've had maybe an hour with it.
Yeah, agreed.
And then I booted up and
You played it for 4 hours straight.
and then I played it for 6 hours.
I just had that experience with Helldivers.
Oh boy.
Yeah, it's a shame Tyler wasn't here.
It was. It's every video that I saw. I was just
Tyler's huge into Helldivers right now.
Well, and so am I.
I have so much time on my hands. Do I get Helldivers?
It's sick.
I'm out on. Well,
the problem was I struggle sometimes watching like a video of something, and obviously a game doesn't feel the same way when you just watch somebody play it. Whereas like when you're actually playing it, so like Helldivers didn't look like a big deal, but then I played it and I was like, wow, I love eradicating bugs.
I'll tell you this much. I think it kind of relates in that way. It's one of those things that you have to actually experience.
Yes.
Before you truly can understand what it is.
Once you get that first Joker and you see your multipliers go up or your chips move around, and then you want to know more. It scratches a Pokemon itch for me in a lot of ways.
Oh, sure.
It's the collectathon.
I want to get every Joker unlocked.
Yeah.
And also the thrill at the end when there's
what's this rare
like
Joker? This rare Joker's called Baseball Card. The fucking card designs in this are all great too.
Yeah, they're great.
My first thought too.
I like the punch card one.
And maybe I'm a little bit like capitalist brained at this point, rotted. That I was like, damn, merch with this would go hard. Like cool decks with like the lucky cards, right? Looking textured and stuff like that, or polychrome
booster packs.
Booster packs.
Fucking
You would buy a shirt of Balatro.
100%.
Oh, not even sure. We're talking about playing cards.
I'd buy
booster
a deck.
packs.
I'd buy a deck.
Oh, I would buy a deck too.
Yeah, I'd buy a deck.
There was a brewery already made a beer based on this.
Really?
Yeah, it's called Polychrome.
That's it.
And it's got a Joker that looks like the lizard, which must be some of their brewery's imagery. Is in Ohio. Phil was talking about it on the Discord.
That's sick.
Yeah, I did see that.
So, and then when you defeat a small blind or a big blind or a boss blind, you get a various number of dollars. You also get $1 extra for each remaining hand, $1 interest for every $5 the player has, up to $25, which will get you $1 for every $5. You can get $5 there. You can raise that with a voucher. There's 15 different decks that you can play with. You have to unlock them, not one at a time, but kind of over time, such as +1 discard, +1 hand, start with an extra $10, and eventually they start going against you and not being beneficial a little bit.
Good progression, I will say that.
The weirdest one is maybe the plasma deck, where your chips and your multipliers, they balance before they score. So if you have 200 chips and 10 multipliers, it averages them out.
Oh.
Which it's actually much worse than you think.
No, it sounds bad.
Well, it sounds like a nightmare, especially if you have like stone cards.
You got to just change your whole approach, because then you have to be aiming to get both of them as high as possible. The erratic deck is also fucked up. All ranks and suits in your deck are randomized. It's the first time that you actually hit, ZR or whatever you're playing on, and just pull up your deck, and you're like, I have 8 diamonds. Don't use diamonds. Yep. Some of the various boss blinds. Ugh. I'm going to mention some, and then if you get upset, just say so. The Needle. Play only one hand. This is one of the worst ones.
It's one of those that like, if it comes up when I'm already like on a bit of a good run, and I can guarantee that I'm gonna get like my 2 pair or something, I'm like, all right, that's fine. But like if it gets me kind of early, if I don't have a lot of jokers, I'm like, fuck.
If you don't have enough jokers that extend your multiplier to the point where it needs to get on fire.
Yeah.
Dude, the first time I got the fires going, and every time I did a hand, it was just like the screen was like shaking.
I know, it gets you pumped.
Oh, yeah.
It's not a big deal. Just there's been rounds or runs where I've gotten just a single card or like pairs, because one of the jokers is the half joker, where it's like to play 3 or less cards plus 20 multiplier.
That one bangs.
And I got pairs up to like plus level 20.
Nice.
So I just play a pair, and it's just like so good.
Oh yeah.
The Needle's tough.
The Needle sucks. I also don't like the one where you're discarding 5 cards.
I don't mind that one. Psychic?
Well, there's not discarding 5 cards. The one where you must
play.
play.
The one where you must play them.
Psychic?
Yeah, it's essentially discarding.
Yeah.
No, it's not. It's playing those cards for points. Discarding is very different, though.
But you only get those points if you have the specific joker that allows for that. The drop one, you don't get any of those cards back. You still have to play 5 cards.
Splash is
It
the
might
name of
the
it.
splash.
If you have Splash, you'll get all 5, but otherwise you'll play a pair
play 'em,
with 3
but
extra cards.
It's basically a discard. Let's be clear.
Well, it's not counting as your discard, so it's not. But you are also getting to get rid of some cards.
Captain Rules.
Dude, in a game of fucking statistics and probability, yes, rules.
Yeah.
So if I'm only playing a pair and I can get rid of 3 cards that are less likely to be valuable to me, that I can get rid of them without having it costing me a discard, that's very valuable.
That's fine
I'm with
too.
you. I'm with you. I play the same way.
Yeah.
I don't know. I hated that one.
That one I can usually I'll play it at
I'm a
like
greedy boy.
my advantage. Oh, got it.
I like keeping the cards I have in my deck very aligned. It's called autism. I have it.
Yeah, there's extra large blind, base chips and multipliers halved,
Yep.
all face cards drawn face down.
Hate that one, but
You can
get pretty fucking lucky, especially if you have the cut joker. What's that one called?
Half Joker?
The half joker.
Yeah. But even when you have the ones that are drawn face down, if you see ace, blank, blank, 10, you know you have...
You can game it. You can game it.
You can kind of know what's
Yeah.
going on there a little bit. Plus, there's somewhere it's like first hand is drawn face down or consecutive hands are drawn face down. And if you have a 4 face down 3, I know there's a pair if I play those 3.
That's right.
Yeah.
Right. This game gives you so many avenues to make the right choice that could get you to the end. There are it's not a game of just pure skill alone. They give you the cards to reach the end. There's never a fail state. You just have to choose the right
I don't know.
pairings.
There might be a situation where
It's a lot of RNG.
there's a lot
That's
of
a lot of RNG.
and there's somewhere it's like sometimes you're set up real nice with that good RNG.
That's right.
But no, you're right. Like there's the amount of times at this point I just quit out after fucking
But also,
one round. I'm like, no.
Oh,
Have you-
like
have
you
you
don't
ever-
feel it in your
No.
bones.
have you ever gotten to the point?
What am I gonna do with the fucking this ace or 8 card? No, I don't want that.
Have you ever gotten to the point where your Joker selection on the screen, or like where you can go to the shop, ends up being like abysmal, and then you think back to when you had the opportunity to buy a card that you skipped over,
Yep.
and then you're just like, well, that could have like solved all of my problems.
I play too fast. The amount of times that I
Yeah, you tell me you're playing on 2x. That's insane.
Dude,
4X.
4X.
I get so excited. I'm like, that's exactly the card I want. And then I buy it, and then I look down at the vouchers, and it's like, buy your clearance card. Say everything will be cheaper, which
Plus
I'm like,
one hand.
I'm like, oh, well, the clearance specifically, because I went and bought something that I would have bought anyways, and I was going to also buy the clearance. I just threw away $2. And there's sometimes where the moment I sell a Joker, I was like,
I'm so bad at selling jokers. I'm kind of like in real life. I'm like bad at getting rid of things.
yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And then it's like I'll get a joker because I'm like I'm just trying to fill a
Yeah.
spot, right? I'm like, well, it's like I'm not gonna need this.
Yeah.
And then when it comes to selling it, I'm like, yeah, but like it's been pretty good.
Like I was talking to Brad earlier about there's a Joker card that gets you $4 at the end of the round just by having it.
Yeah.
And if you're playing on
It's
just
does
called
it give
the
it to you?
Joker or
Oh, okay.
something.
Or is it the egg?
it's not the egg.
Oh,
No.
'cause the egg accumulates 3.
And egg is great too.
The egg is
Egg
good.
Fox.
Well, and it's one of those that's like, well, if you buy that plus $4 per round card, if you play it with 2 rounds, you got your money back,
Yeah.
and then you can sell it. Like if you have that extra room,
Well, you double your money. Well, no, that's not true. But keeping that early, if you get that one early on, you're in the gold. Especially if you have like the green deck.
Yep.
You're flying high.
Yeah, that's right.
I think the most money I've ever made is like $95.
got to like $400.
Oh, really?
See, I haven't played as much, so
Yeah.
that's like
I played quite a bit. I think the highest was probably like 90, $100.
Well, and then there's some jokers where it's like for every $5 you get, this happens. I'm like,
And sorry, I guess when you say $400, is it on an endless run or within the 8 antes?
within the 8 antes.
Okay.
Yes, there's just certain setups that like that builds up money.
Sure,
And I
yeah.
forget, there's one card where it starts off by giving you $1 at the end of a round plus so much at the end of a
Yeah.
boss blind. If you just keep that and you keep like a plus $4,
yeah.
and you don't spend money, plus you get a voucher to increase interest, then there's another double voucher to double that interest.
Yep.
And then you just
I'm a suffer.
then I become that person like, I don't want to spend any of my $400 today. This is my money.
Even though the booster packs are like $4 a piece.
And I've already bought all the vouchers, so it's like free re-rolls and like $1 to buy something. I'm like, I don't know though.
There's a card. It's called the red card. It's a Joker card that if you click on a pack and you buy it in the bottom, even if you didn't really want it and you just press skip, it immediately adds +3 to the multiplier. No matter what.
Oh, is it? It's a Joker that's just a slate red.
Straight up red.
Yeah.
And what I ended up doing is early on, I got that card and I created a card that was going to multiply by 65 no matter what I did.
Dude, there's a card called Wee Joker, and it's like a little half-size Joker. And what is it? Every time you discard a 2, it adds 8 chips.
Oh, I've seen that one.
Like,
Yeah.
Plus 1,000 chips by the end of the 8th ante.
Nice.
It's good stuff.
Yeah.
Some other boss blinds you might run into. Start with 0 discards. Discard 2 random cards. -1 hand size. Playing most played hand reduces money to 0. Fuck you, Ox.
Oh, Ox, yeah.
Every hand must...
Is that just a negative one?
What do you mean?
It reduces the most if you
if you play your most played hand, your money goes to 0. Luckily, you might go in there with $3.
Yep.
And then that's a really good thing.
Okay.
The one that always sucks though is decreases level of hand played by 1. The arm.
Oh my god.
And because by the time you run into that, you've got like level 7 on your flush, and it's the only thing you're playing.
Okay.
And you're getting fucked.
Dude, that one is brutal. That one and water. Which one's water?
Start with 0 discards.
I guess that maybe water wasn't. No, maybe it was the arm.
It can be bad.
It can be. But
if you've only been playing towards 2 pairs and you're not hitting 2 pairs, you're only getting high cards. Then it's not going to be good. Every hand must be a different hand type.
That one's tough.
That can be tough.
Yeah.
Only 1 hand type allowed. All face cards are debuffed. Always draw 3 cards. Like that's a good one though if you're playing with half Joker.
Yeah, that one's not bad. Yeah,
depends on. And there's the tooth, lose $1 per hand played. The finished boss blinds every 8 antes. So at the end of the 8th ante and then 16th ante, which I haven't never seen, but there's 5 different ones. The Amber Acorn flips and shuffles all Jokers. So all your Jokers upside down. We didn't mention this before. Your Jokers, you should pay attention to organization. Do you do a lot of reorganizing?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I just haven't. And
I didn't for a long time either. And then I just was reading like beginner tips or like things to pay attention to for Balatro. And if you have ×3 multipliers, put that at the very end. So all of your multipliers hit earlier, your plus mults, then those all get multiplied instead of if you do it at the beginning, then they don't get multiplied.
Yeah.
Can I ask you a question?
No.
Okay. Goodbye. All right. So on the Switch, you've played it.
Have you tried fucking good on the Switch.
Have you tried the touch screen yet?
Yeah.
It works for you?
Yeah. I don't do it with the touchscreen, but there's something cool on the Switch here. Let me pull it up. I'm not going to update right now. But if you go to the main menu, also,
What the fuck?
You never mess with that? Yeah.
Where like the card that's in the middle, you can like touch with it and play it like kind of like Mario 64.
Yeah.
So I'm playing on my Steam Deck.
Okay.
And this has to be on like a portable system that I'm going to constantly carry with me.
Sure.
So
Yeah.
it's got to be the Steam Deck.
It's getting a mobile port right now.
Yep.
And honestly, this is going to fuck up a lot of people's lives.
Dude, I can verify this is a form of time travel. I know that's 100%.
It's cryo sleep.
We went to go to Watertown the other day, and I got in the car and we were there. And I was like, "Shit! I just started this run."
It's astonishing.
Oh, this Saturday and Sunday we have 4.5 hour drive on both days. I'm like, okay,
it won't even be a problem.
No, it won't. I don't know. You simultaneously get nowhere, but you also feel like a lot's happening. It's not like, you play Tears of the Kingdom handheld. I got this far and I did these 3 dungeons or whatever.
Sure.
You don't get that here. It's just constant scratching that fucking itch.
Yep. It's just a dopamine hit.
So, yeah, Amber Acorn flips and shuffles all Jokers, but if you have, +4 mult per every heart, and you can
she's related to Sally Acorn?
in your dreams. But so when a heart hits and you see +4 mult, you know where that joker is.
He doesn't even know what that is.
No.
It's a Sonic joke.
Oh, got it.
You can
Fine.
you can rearrange those jokers back into the order before the first round is done. If the first hand is done, if you know what you're doing.
Yep.
So I change my speed in the settings down to 0.5 times when I get this the flip and shuffle joker cards, so I can see what's happening very slowly, and then I can just rearrange them before anything's like even the hands played.
You're a madman.
So Julian,
I never even thought about doing that.
Yeah.
So Julian, have you ever like talked to a druggie
Yeah.
who really knows how to get the most out of their experience?
Yeah, that is a new one.
That is what this sounds.
So, dude, we have enough res for 2 hits, and we have 2 beers. So we hit them and shotgun the whole beer before we exhale. It's the most we got.
You gotta drink the orange juice before. You can't drink it during because it'll taste like acid.
When I get home, I'm gonna have to check. I didn't even know you could change the speed settings on it. I'm not surprised, but
4 times. Is
yeah,
fun.
that's crazy.
Jesus Christ.
Verdant Leaf, all cards are debuffed until you sell 1 joker.
Yeah,
And sometimes
that can fuck your day up.
well, eventually you also get eternal jokers, which once you buy them, you cannot sell or like get rid of them.
Oh, so that creates more of its own challenge.
Well, you can't even get rid of it.
Yeah.
So if you have 5 eternal jokers and you get to this, you can't play a single card.
Yeah, you're gonna lose.
So you got to do that before anything
Well, the
else.
cards are debuffed, but you could also play like a straight flush, and they wouldn't get like the chips on
No,
there.
you still get the multiplier.
It'd be possible.
God damn
suppose.
it! God damn it! I hate this.
Violet Vessel, extremely large blind, 6 times the regular amount.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the first one that was the first time we got to 8 ante, and it was 300,000, and I got spanked.
Oh.
Crimson Heart, 1 random joker disabled each round. That's the one you might want to get.
Yeah.
Or Cerulean Bell, 1 card forced to be selected. That can really mess you up.
You can also discard it though, which is nice.
Yes, you can discard it or play it.
It is a pain in the ass though. When I did it once, when I had that one, I was so annoyed.
In the shops, you will have the option to buy 2 random cards, be them jokers, tarot cards, or planets. You can buy a voucher that allows playing cards to be there.
Celestial packs. Have we explained what both of these do?
You can also get 2 random booster packs or 1 voucher.
It feels like I'm talking about the time I went to fucking Burning Man. We are drinking the Voltron Volume 2 by Southern Grist. It's a fruited hazy IPA with mango, kiwi, mosaic, riwaka,
Yeah, that's a New Zealand hop.
ooh, and Nelson Sauvin.
If you'll notice the design in this Voltron can, they are totally ripping off the Megazord from Power Rangers.
Ah, nice.
Oh, yeah, that's how it goes.
I'm not trying to offend Dylan.
I'm not a huge Voltron guy. Not at all. I hear this is quite good.
Yes, so let's first, before we talk about booster packs, the collectibles and unlockables. There is 150 different Joker cards, each with their own abilities, 15 different decks with distinct modifiers, 22 tarot card variants that can enhance your playing cards, 12 planet cards that can level up possible poker hands,
Yeah.
18 spectral cards, 4 seals, 32 vouchers, 30 blinds, and 24 tags. Now, base card modifiers. This is fucking it's math class right now.
God, was this a fucking TED Talk?
The thing is about bonus chips. Well, you can get a bonus card plus 30 chips, a multiplier, which is plus 4 multiplier. Wild is interesting. So it says it can be played as any suit. Now, that really means is it counts as every suit simultaneously.
Yeah.
Say
Say that one more time.
So if you have one that's like, if you have a diamond that is a wild, and you have a joker that's plus 4 multiplier for every spade played, the diamond wild will count towards that joker.
Yeah.
It's not just if you're playing for a flush. It also counts for jokers with those specific modifiers.
Hey, that one I actually knew.
I guess I just never thought about that.
It's different. It's one of those things that you're not sure of.
Yeah.
So I wanted to make a note of that.
Sometimes when you open up those card packs, you are immediately just thrown by the sheer options.
Yeah.
Especially if you get a jumbo card pack.
Oh yeah.
Ugh.
So the different card pack types, there's regular, which is choose one of 3 for Arcana, Celestial, or Standard. Jumbo is choose one of 5, and Mega is choose 2 of 5.
I prefer the Mega.
I think we all do.
Weird.
Hot take.
Hot take.
Dude, I'm just going to say it. I'm putting it out there. Wowee.
And then there's Buffoon and Spectral, which is Buffoon is your Joker cards, and Spectral are very special ones. And those have fewer options, either of 2 or of 4. But yes, the base card modifiers is also Glass, ×2 multiplier, 1 in 4 chance of being destroyed.
I don't think I've ever had a glass card get destroyed.
I've had quite a bit.
I don't ever play them when I get them because I'm afraid.
Oh really? I play them all the time.
Well, it's if I need them. If I'm in a tough spot. But
Yeah.
they'll break. Steel cards are great because if you hold them in your hand, ×1.5 multiplier.
I usually choose the lower number because I'm always going for the higher numbers in the face cards, aces.
So you'll hold on to a 2 more than 10.
Yes, exactly.
Or if you know you're playing certain suits, you throw it on the one you play less.
Exactly, because I want the highest number possible anyway, so I always go with the lowest number.
Smart play.
Honestly.
Stone cards plus
I'm a little smart. A little bit.
Stone card are plus 50 chips, no rank or suit.
These become trash after a while.
No.
For me, they have.
Depends on what you're playing.
I know.
If you're playing pairs, 2 pairs, 3 of a kind, even some people play high cards, and then they're great because then they're just adding chips.
Yep. It's an extra the 5th card.
If you need 5 cards, though, they're no good. Plus, they're also limiting your potential hand size.
True.
So that's why only when I'm playing like pairs or smaller than that do I really get into those.
Or you're trying to get rid of a certain suit.
Yes.
Yeah.
Gold cards plus $3 if held at the end of the round, and lucky cards 1 in 5 chance for plus 20 multiplier, 1 in 15 chance to win $20. Fuck off! I won't ever want that. I'll get them, but I'll never care about them.
Yeah. That seems like too much.
Then there's different editions for cards. Base cards are base. Foil plus 50 chips. That's foil.
It's not bad.
This is just straight back to Pokemon, man.
Right.
Articuno shines, dude. Did you notice that? You see that?
My Poliwrath's got this real
Fuck
trippy
your
background.
Slowpoke, dude. Yeah. The crazier the cards get. And then I got a new Pokemon pack like 8 years after I was collecting them back in the day. And now they're like breaking out of the little squares and they take over the whole card and the whole thing's shiny now.
Fucking rules.
It rules, but there's just so many of them, it takes away the specialness.
I thought about getting into it a few years ago. Can't.
Me and my buddy, we just have super hungover Saturdays or Sundays sometimes, and like, let's just go buy some fucking Pokemon cards.
That's sick though.
That's not bad though.
And we're like,
We don't even know what half of them are.
No, we didn't know what any of them were anymore. Dude, I got a snow cone.
You mean vanillish?
Holographic is plus 10 multiplier, or polychrome is ×1.5 multiplier. Various seals can be added to your cards. Gold, earn $3 when played. Red will re-trigger that card 1 time. Blue creates
not bad.
planet when held. Purple creates tarot when discarded. Especially with those like re-trigger cards.
The re-trigger ones are great on
they can go hard.
the mult cards.
Yeah.
And there's also certain jokers that'll be re-trigger the first card played that round. So if you have a card triggers again and it's 3 and you're playing 5, 4, 3, 2 ace, move the 3 before you play the hand in front of the 5.
Oh, that's how that fucking works?
Well, then
Fuck off.
Well, no, then it re-triggers the re-triggering twice. So that one card gets played 4 times if you have the right joker. Because you can reorder your hands before you play them. That'll affect how the jokers hit them too.
That makes me
That
angry.
I didn't know.
It's only with specific jokers that affect the
sure,
order.
like how it goes out.
Yeah.
Sure.
Some wild shit.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, you've been balls deep on this, bro.
So your jokers, common jokers, you have a
Beard deep.
one beard deep on this one. Common jokers have a 70% chance of showing up in a joker pack. Uncommon, 25%. Rare is 5%. And the legendary jokers, only 5 of them, you can only get through the soul card in the spectral packs. Okay. The jokers have their own editions, all the same foil, holographic, or polychrome, but then they also have negative plus 1 Joker slot minus 1 hand size.
So it's basically implicit that you always want to buy a spectral pack, no matter what,
I always do.
If you can. If you
can afford it.
Well, also, if there's a super hot-ass Joker card you want,
Yeah.
then you go for that. But
Yeah.
it's generally always get that spectral pack.
The appeal of opening those packs, though. Like, I got into the One Piece trading card game, and I'm telling you what, every single pack I opened, I was just like, fuck, yes.
What is it like
Inject
innate about like...
It's the surprise.
Is it? Okay,
Yeah,
it has to be, right?
It's the surprise, and it's technically gambling. Because you
My
don't
two
know if you're
favorite
going to
things.
get
Surprise gambling.
This game was delisted in some countries for a while
For
too,
gambling themed,
Yeah.
right?
because people said it was gambling, and
Although there's zero gambling. Like, I mean,
even local thunk, he's like, it's kind of unfortunate that happened. It's not really gambling, but
it does appear to be.
it looks way more like gambling than a loot box, but it is like a billion times not a loot box.
Well, but here
as
is.
someone who has spent a lot of money on Counter-Strike skins.
Oh yeah,
Oh boy,
Not like
which
not-
one's your favorite?
Not like a lot of money, but like...
you just said spent a lot of money.
Yeah, no. Which one's your favorite?
Okay.
What is it, a duck head or something?
No. It's
Peter Griffin.
I actually, funny enough, I bought Helldivers because I just sold a CS skin for $50.
Okay,
Yeah, on some weird shit. But anyway,
that's cool.
but that's gambling.
Because and then there's monetary value, and
Well,
but
you buy a case for $2.
you're buying them
You're buying them actively with real money
for
and
a statistical chance to get something that has more value or less value.
maybe usually nothing.
But yeah, but that goes to like every loot box,
This
every
is like
fucking
you
card
buy
pack
the
in
game for
FIFAs.
$15. You buy the game for $15, and then you don't spend another dime on it again. How's that gambling? I don't know.
Listen. Do after spending maybe $500 on One Piece cards, can I tell you that my collection is worth about $3,000?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can.
I got a holographic Mew that sells for like $40 online.
Hell yeah.
See, but that's what you're gaining. You buy a booster's
Not
box.
if you just hold it and look at it. You don't gain money, but you gain a lot of joy.
Did I tell you that I sold like a Fire Emblem for like $500 somewhere recently?
It's a Game Boy game.
No, it was Fire Emblem. No, I was
Yeah,
right,
but it's a Game Boy game.
No, GameCube.
GameCube.
Path of
like
Radiance.
Path of Radiance. Wow, very good pull, Brad.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Path of Radiance
Yeah.
is insanely hard to come by.
Yeah, so it's like 500
I still have my copy. I'm not getting rid
I
of
sold it for $500.
The most
Yeah.
ubiquitous GameCube games are still hard to like. They're
Yeah,
still
yeah.
expensive. I bought SSX Tricky for $30 the other day.
Holy shit, $30.
That's
Still-
worth it, though.
It was still the best $30 I could have spent that day.
Yeah.
No, yeah, Path of
Ooh,
Radiance.
let's get two more two more 6-packs of beer. I'll
Well,
drink.
we were
in
like
2
clearing
days,
some
but-
shit out, and I was just like, I saw this, and my buddy was with me. He's like, you know that goes for a fuck ton of money, right? And the only reason I didn't get more money is because I didn't have the book.
I still have.
I got 2 original copies of Suikoden and one of Suikoden 2 that's worth quite a bit of money.
Yeah.
Quite a bit.
But some important terms.
Sorry to sidetrack.
No, that's
it's good.
fine.
Sidetracks are good.
That's what we're about.
Some important terminologies. When scored, the card must score to activate. Contains a full house. So if it says anytime a pair is played on a Joker, if you play a full house, a pair is played. That counts as a pair. If you
Okay.
play a 3 of a kind and it says whenever a pair is played, that counts as a pair being played according to that Joker. You don't have to play specifically a pair.
Are you fucking kidding me?
It's for that Joker card. So if it's
Really?
+8 multiplier when you play a pair, if you play a full house, that counts and triggers.
Oh,
the
yes,
Joker.
it does. Yep, yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
When blind is selected, in deck, those are all just terms for Jokers.
So that Fibonacci sequence one. the
love
one,
it. Ace 2 3 5 8, motherfucker.
Yeah, I love that Joker. That might be my favorite Joker.
Why?
I just love it. I love that it's referencing the Fibonacci sequence.
Oh, I have a
which only applies
love-hate
to me
with the-
because of art.
I
But
have a love-hate with the Fibonacci sequence.
Oh,
why is that?
It's just so, like in programming,
How did it hurt you?
just to one of like the big leak code questions all the time when like preparing for like technical interviews is like, oh, write this thing. They're like, it takes an input of arrays that's in a Fibonacci sequence, and then you have to like put out so whatever. So like you're going over that over and over and over again. It's just
is it kind of like exponential?
No, it's not like it's
No.
supposed. It's technically closer to primes, but it's not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
so it's just
Even I
annoying.
knew that. Wow,
Yeah.
that sucks.
But +8 mults, eight multiplier for every ace 2 3 5 or 8.
which can really clinch.
Yeah.
Aces are my favorite cards to play.
Naturally, plus 11 chips.
The best cards in the game are my favorite.
I like 3s.
I prefer 2s. They're kind of fun. Little guys
Yeah.
walking around.
Just some jokers I wanted to call out for various reasons.
Sure.
Misprint adds a random multiplier up to 25.
I love that one.
I like
my
Misprint.
I take it every time.
One of my early faves.
I love it.
Yeah.
It can give you the huge edge early on, especially. Yeah.
Delayed gratification, $2 per discard if not used. That one can add up quite a bit. Mm-hmm. The Gross Michel.
Every time.
I don't know if I'm saying that right.
I don't know how to say it.
How's it spelled?
Michel. Gross Michael is either Michel.
In English, it's Gross Michael, but I think it's Gross Michel.
It's got a banana on it.
Yeah, and it's like a little decayed.
And do you know why?
No.
So originally, this was the most proliferated banana in the world up until the 1950s, when it was essentially canceled and made extinct.
And then it's a type of banana
in real world until the 50s, when it was replaced by the Cavendish. So if you get the Gross Michel card, there's
Bananas used to be very tiny.
It's a 1 in 4 chance that card gets destroyed. If it gets destroyed, the Cavendish can show up later on, which it's a better version of the card.
I hate this shit too, because I want to see it.
Right.
I just know I won't.
It's ×3 multiplier, but 1 in 1,000 chance the card gets destroyed.
Okay. Right.
Yeah, Even Steven plus 4 multipliers for even cards. Odd Todd plus 30 chips for odd cards. Those are a nice pair if you get them both. Supernova's great. Add number of times poker hand has been played.
That one's gangster.
That one rules.
If you're rocking a certain hand.
Yeah. Pairs matched with that. Oh, my God.
Oh, my God. Splash. Every played card counts in scoring.
Yep.
It's a good one to have. You really don't have to be playing specific hands at all if you have the right jokers then.
But like focusing on pairs and then focusing on multipliers, that can immediately change what you do in the game. I love it.
Some uncommon jokers, 4 fingers, where flushes and straights can be played with 4 cards. So you can play a straight with 2, 4, 6, 8, or 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yep.
You really can start abusing that.
Yeah. I got a poly of that. It helped me immensely.
And a weird thing with this, flushes and straights can be played with 4 cards. Wait, no, what am I thinking? I'm thinking of the one where diamonds and hearts count as the same suit. You can do a straight flush with that. There's a joker where diamonds and hearts are the same suit, and clubs and spades count as the same suit.
Oh, really? I haven't seen that one yet.
And you can do a straight flush with a 2, 3, 5, 7 of diamonds and hearts together, and it counts as a straight flush.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I know. Weird stuff.
Can I ask you guys, when the Wheel of Fortune pops up in tarot, do you take it?
Every time.
I'm a fool.
I'm a dumb.
I buy scratch tickets, dude.
Yeah.
I always take
And that's way worse odds.
I think one day, maybe it was a bug and it got fixed. Every time I hit the Wheel of Fortune, I got it.
I got 3 in a row one time, and I thought that was crazy.
Yeah.
It almost skyrocketed me right to the top. Oh my God.
Constellation gains plus 0.1 multiplier per planet card used. That can be great. Madness is a fun one. That's like that lizard that looks crazy. When blind is selected, gain 0.5 times multiplier and destroys a random joker.
Oh, I never take that one.
Well, if you have eternal jokers, it won't destroy them.
Oh.
Or if you get it early and you just don't get jokers for a while.
Yeah.
But then you're also, it will destroy anything it touches. Luchador, sell during boss blind to disable boss blind.
That one's helped me before, yeah.
Luchador's cool. Ramen is a great card.
Really?
Ramen.
I never take it.
I never take it.
×2 multiplier. You put that at the very end of your joker lineup. ×2 everything. You lose.
So it's ×2 of the multiplier?
Yes.
Fuck off. That sucks.
But it loses 0.01 per card discarded. So if you discard a lot, it's going to slowly tick away at that.
Yeah.
But it's great. Mr. Bones prevents death if chips scored are 25%.
Oh, yeah. Never. I don't usually use it, but...
It got me through an 8th boss blind one time.
Okay, all right.
Throwback times 0.25 multiplier per blind skipped. A lot of things add up. Some rare jokers. The rare jokers are very much more like specified and a little less ubiquitous. Like Baron, every king you hold in your hand gives a times 1.5.
Yep.
multiplier.
I like that one. I've used that one quite a bit.
Baseball card, uncommon jokers give 1.5 times the Wii Joker.
Yep. I had 4 uncommon jokers at the time, and I got it, and I was like, ooh,
that's the one with the Joker holding the
baseball bat.
Yeah,
well,
yeah.
it just looks like a baseball bat.
Yeah. Someone on the Reddit for Balatro, they showed like the actual baseball card next to it of like what the actual baseball player for it.
Oh, that's
I
cool.
thought it was a cool callback.
Is it like a famous baseball card?
I wouldn't know. I'm not a baseball player.
Brad would know.
Baseball guy, but
Brad would know.
Maybe.
Brad would know.
Mickey Mantle.
There you go.
No. It was a not Mickey Mantle.
It was.
I would remember that name.
Smokey Robinson.
No, it was.
No.
It was Johnny Rocket. Brad. Let's not be pedestrian.
Squints Polidorus.
Wow, that's good.
Yeah, he's a great baseball player.
Is he real?
He married Wendy Peppercorn. They had like 8 kids and they owned the drug shop.
I think he's gaslighting us right now.
No, that's from The Sandlot.
Oh, is it? Oh.
Honestly,
She knows exactly what she's doing.
honestly, your poll was just so weird. How many times have you seen The Sandlot? How many last days?
You don't have to see it many times for it to be burned in your brain.
Well, how many last days of school where your teacher's like, "Fuck it, everyone's watching The Sandlot."
No, we never got to watch The Sandlot at school. Our school was not that cool.
You know what we watched in school? Actually, now that I thought about it the other day, and I thought it was insane. Schindler's List. Actually,
There are
Historical.
scenes. There are scenes that they maybe shouldn't show, but yeah.
historical.
We watched Shakespeare with the child nudity in our high school.
I saw that one as well.
Wait, there's child nudity in that? That's fucked up.
a 16-year-old.
Teenage, yeah.
Oof.
It's since been canceled. There are 5 legendary jokers. Only
I'm not going to comment.
only obtainable through soul cards. I've only ever gotten 4 of them once each, and never when I want them. But
Yeah.
they're all named after famous jesters. We will do a lore of the legendary 5 jokers later on, maybe. But there are other cards, like the main card that talks to you. His name is Jimbo. If you're curious, the guy that talks shit.
Yeah. Every time it's just like, oh, I thought I was joking.
Yeah. I thought I was the funny guy.
Yeah.
Look at you. You really blew it. That's
I don't pay attention to him.
That's Jimbo. If you get the Jack Joker mail-in card, the mail-in rebate that has Seinfeld's address on it.
Oh, really?
Yep.
I didn't realize that. I just got that one today. That's
And,
funny.
Yeah. Planet cards, they're going to level up your respective poker hand by increasing the base value of chips and modifiers. 9.
Sometimes to infuriating degrees. I was just telling you, I think that 2 pairs should have a ×3 multiplier
As a base, or like when you...
as a base.
I don't know what it starts off as.
It starts off as ×2.
It does, you're right. 20
But
20 times 2.
a pair is 20 times 2. A double pair is 40 times 2.
Yep.
But you have more base chips anyways, so that's good.
I just think that it should be ×3. I think that's a balancing issue personally. I guess it's a gripe.
Yeah.
Maybe the one gripe.
Tarot cards, there's 22 tarot cards. Some involve...
Can you name all the tarot cards?
I didn't even write them all down.
Out of the top of your head? Because I read tarot.
Do you bring your Ouija board too, buddy? What are you, a Sagittarius or something?
I guess
as far as things that don't matter, I know what foils and holographic cards are worth in Balatro.
Maybe I'll read your tarot. Maybe your fortune will change.
And these are actually based on a specific tarot deck. Like all of the designs
It's the Rider-Waite tarot deck.
The specific illustrations? Mm-hmm. Okay.
It's the Rider-Waite tarot deck, which is the synonymous with tarot deck.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. I get what you're saying.
It's that one. It's that one that's just.
I don't
like
know anything about actual tarot.
That's fine.
Yeah, there's different types of tarot cards. There's card creation, where it might create 2 random planets, 2 tarots, a joker. The Fool.
My favorite.
The last tarot or planet card you played.
Yep. That can really clinch things.
Yep.
There's card altering, convert cards to a suit, increase rank of cards, blah, blah, blah. Card destruction. Convert left card to right card. Move your cards. Double your money, sell value of jokers, and then Wheel of Fortune. Mm-hmm. Let's talk about statistics for Wheel of Fortune.
1 in 4.
1 in 4 chance to add foil, holographic, or polychrome to a random joker.
Supposedly.
The Wheel of Fortune has a 12.5% chance of giving foil, 8.75% chance for holographic, and a 3.75 chance of polychrome.
Now, hold on. Does that...
which adds up to 25% or 1/4, but you won't get... So that's what you get for each one of those percentage chances. You're most likely to get...
So it's not actually 25% then?
No, it's this, or that to a joker. Those add up to 25, so it is 25. But statistically, you're more likely to get foil than poly.
Anything else, yep.
The plus 50. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
that
there's
makes sense.
also a joker which doubles probabilities. I think it's... I forget what it's called. Oops, all
It's
six.
green with a...
Oops, all sixes.
Something like that.
Something. But then it would be 50% chance for all of those Wheel of Fortunes, which is not a bad thing.
Yep. It also, I mean, what I noticed one day is that it also doubles your probability for like the bad things happening.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Your glass cards will break a lot.
Yeah.
Fucking gone.
Fair enough.
Spectral cards, there's 18 of them. Destroy 1 random card to add random enhanced cards. Add seals. Add foil, holographic, or polychrome. Creates jokers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Those are essentially very powerful tarot cards. And then the soul card creates a legendary joker. Then the black hole card upgrades every poker hand by 1.
Love it.
It's rare, but it's exciting.
I've had it literally once, and it made me so excited.
Yep.
I wanted to squeal.
I did. I audibly squealed.
Did you?
Yep.
Also, because I love black holes.
Can you do your best squeal?
Ooh.
That's not a squeal. That sounds like Christopher Walken going, ooh.
There are 32 different vouchers you can buy. They're always $10 to start off. Effects are permanent and active for the entire run. They're split into 16 pairs with the weaker initial version and a stronger version that can be unlocked or purchased afterwards, such as Overstock, additional card slot available in shop, clearance, 25% off cards and booster packs. After you get clearance and unlock Liquidation, that's 50% off. Hone, which increases the rarity of cards. Whole bunch of things. Telescope's a good one. Celestial packs always drop your most played hand.
Wonderful.
Love that one.
That one's very nice to get. Grabber permanently adds 1 hand. That one's great. And then you can also unlock Nacho Tong, which is add another hand. I like that.
Oh, I haven't seen that one.
Yes, so you know the grabber is
Yeah. The
blue hand. If
Yep.
you unlock the higher version, it's called Nacho Tong. I don't know why.
It's more delicate.
And sure, maybe you
And that's how you grab your pickled jalapenos.
the blank voucher everyone has seen.
I've gotten it. I bought it when I had a bunch of money.
The blank one.
Yeah.
Have you gotten the upgraded version of the blank one?
Nope.
So the blank voucher, you have to buy 10 different times to unlock the ability to see the upgrade, which is called Antimatter. And it's just +1 Joker slot.
Oh, okay.
And it's permanent.
It's very
Yeah,
powerful
yeah.
for that
run. Yeah.
Oh, only for the run.
Yeah. And then
Wait,
there's
you had didn't you have 6?
well, there's negative jokers as well.
Right. Whatever.
Gotta love them negative jokers. Paintbrush +1 to max hand size, and then you can unlock palette, which is +1 to max hand size again. There are various tags. This is what you get when you skip a blind. I didn't skip blinds for a long time. Skipping a blind is very practical.
Yep. Again, you gotta. It's strategy.
Look at the tag, and then choose what you want. But a whole bunch of great things. Just check them out. We're not going to go through all of them. The stakes are different difficulties that you can play with each deck after you beat the white stake. The red stake is small blind, gives you no money. Green stake scores scale faster. The black stake, there's a 30% chance your jokers are eternal.
Yep.
Blue stake, -1 discard. Purple stake scales even faster to score. Orange stake booster packs cost $1 more per ante. So by the time you're at ante 7, it's +7 per pack.
Jeez.
And then gold stake is -1 hand size plus all previous stakes. Not good.
Brad, this is psychotic.
I think that's pretty much it.
I mean, I like it.
I made a note. Change your game speed to 4 times.
Okay, that's probably what I'll do tomorrow.
I'm not gonna do that.
Total sales.
I also play the game well. If my boss is still saying I don't do this, I play this game while I work sometimes.
Yeah. Well,
So like I have my workstation, and then I have like my regular computer. And
are you work from home? Mm-hmm. Oh wow, what a lucky dog.
So sometimes depends on the week. If I have like a light week at work, on my regular desktop, if I have like a lot of meetings that week, during my meetings I'll just Balatro. That's not a bad life.
Not the worst thing I've ever
Nope,
seen.
not the worst thing.
We should rank this puppy.
We're gonna rank it.
This is going to be a tough one.
This is gonna be a strange one.
It's essentially this or that, up or down.
This or that, up or down.
And we do it for every video game we've covered at length. We have 53 games on here. And we'll start off right at the beginning. If you haven't played a game, abstain.
Which we've all played it, so we all qualify.
Except for the games that we're comparing it to,
correct.
which you might not have played.
Correct, Mundo.
So you don't qualify.
Whatever.
Portal 1 or Balatro.
Balatro.
Now, this is weird because one of them is a narrative experience. It's a lot more artistic intent versus
I've already
what's
made
a
my
good
vote.
fucking crack game.
Balatro.
If I had to pick one, I guess, like if right now Balatro, I guess, yeah.
And I would go Balatro as well, but this is a weird situation where I think Portal 1 has so many more qualities that are redeeming, but as a...
Portal 2's better.
Agreed.
So,
Yeah, but there's no Portal 2 without Portal 1.
yeah, but one is a better product. One is a better piece of art.
Resident Evil 7 or Balatro.
I have not played 7.
7.
I mean, I'd go 7 as well. And this isn't even a knock against Balatro. It's like, this should be compared against like drugs that I prefer.
Yeah.
I'm literally rubbing my thighs.
Balatro has had me not drink a beer like for a whole night. Like I'll just come home and just not drink that night.
Well,
which
it's
makes me
fine.
sound like a raging alcoholic. I'm not. But usually I'll have a beer after work, and for me to just sit down and just not even think about having a drink or anything, that's good for Balatro. But yes, I would put 7 above this.
Yeah, I would too.
Resident Evil 4 Remake or Balatro.
I mean, it's just
They're not, it's hard to compare.
it's just how do you
We have to though. Here's the problem.
Resident
We
Evil
have to.
4 then? I mean, I don't know.
Resident Evil 4 Remake, it's just a weird thing.
Resident Evil 4 remake.
Yeah.
It's a better video.
I know one of my favorite games of this year is Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, and I chose Balatro over that many times over the past few weeks.
Sure.
You sure
yeah.
have. You're only at.
But I still prefer Rebirth.
He's only at gold sauce.
Dredge or Balatro?
Balatro.
Dredge for me, man.
Balatro for me.
Yeah, it's Dredge for
Dredge
me.
is very good. That brings us to a Plague Tale Requiem or Balatro.
Balatro.
No idea what the...
Balatro. I'd put a Plague Tale Requiem way further down, but I was surrounded by Stoy and Tyler,
Yeah.
who are. I did not like the Plague Tale
Vehemently.
games.
They are pretty rough.
They're also just pretty hallways.
Yeah. I kind of wish I was on those episodes so I could have curbed this a little bit, but I think they're fine. I think they're good video games.
Balatro is at number 33. Now, we're going to do another quick, possibly mini-sode that will be available for our Patreon subscribers right away. And it's the lore of the legendary Jokers. Because every one of those Jokers is based on a famous, real or fictional jester.
It sounds badass. I actually didn't know that.
Dude, some of them have some fucking wild stories.
I'm certain.
And so we're going to get into those 5 Jokers. If you want to access that episode right away, check out patreon.com/Hair of the Dogcast. We have an amazing Discord, lots of exclusive content. We have like 8 exclusive Elden Dogs, 50 plus Doggies After Dark, a bunch of Raw Dogs, whole bunch of good stuff. There's a free trial. Check it out. It's worth it. And yes, follow us on all the things. We're on all of them. If you've listened this far, write a review. Tell your friends. Or just play Balatro and forget about us ever existing.
Well,
That's right.
the truth
If you're going to
is,
take away anything from this, is to
the
play
truth
Balatro.
is that if you tell a few friends, those friends listen to us. If they like us, God bless. If they don't, whatever. But at the same time, like, let's just make it happen, baby.
You're a polychrome person in my life, Dylan.
I'm a multi.
No,
You're a multiplier. my fun is times 3 times when you're around dudes.
Yes, dude.
Yes.
Madam Web agrees.
And Julian, you're plus 10 molt every time you talk.
She told me.
That's really powerful.
Honestly, you're fantastic.
And
please come back.
And I'm minus 4 chips every time I edit Dylan.
You truly are. Why even do it?
It brings the value of the hand down. Is what it does.
I know, yeah.
But thank you to executive producers Ryan Christianek, Kip Kipper, Brian Ward, Jordan Hoff, Phil Wright, Phil Cole Delgardno, Bryant Ross, and Kelly Gutowski. We appreciate all of you. Go play some Balatro.
Please do.
We're going to keep talking, but
actually, you know what? Don't if you don't want to.
No, do it.
If you haven't, I'm actually going to say this this is my final disclaimer. If you have an addictive personality, if you are someone who can't quit something,
try this instead of crack.
If your option is crack and Balatro, then yes, do Balatro. But if you're someone who knows that this is going to hurt you in any possible way,
if you've seen Dewey Cox,
yes,
they need to add a whole sequence where he's
I
like,
love that.
Yeah.